Alright, so I'm gonna try and got some metal. Everybody's here. They're going to be straight piping this Jeep SRT 8. It's automatic, so it's unfortunate. And but yeah, I'm gonna try and get the 3800 mounted up to that and that. So let's get a before clip here of it. Here you go. There's the before. Okay.
Yeah.
Now give her. Fuck your ears. Okay.
Bang it. What are you doing?
Alright, so made this one, bolted it up. I made it out of, I think Steve, what were you saying? It's 5/16? 3/16. So it's a little bit thicker than this 1/4 inch crap. But yeah, I found 2 of these at the place we went to get some metal. So paid $5 for these 2 and that long ass piece of 1/4 inch angle. So yeah, and I already had holes, so this one's kind of slotted, but it'll work. And I think the game plan is basically I'm gonna run a pipe right here. I'm not sure where the hell I'm gonna run it to, because obviously the mount's right here. We can't go too crazy because we got a drive shaft that runs right through here. So I'm not sure what my plan is yet, but I'll figure it out. I think like the ones I've seen, they kind of like wrapped around to this.
5/16, not 3, because 3/16 is smaller than 4.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But he gets paid the big bucks. But yeah, so I'm not sure how I plan to go about getting around this, but we'll figure that out once it's in there. The main thing is just make these plates while they're out, because then that's easy. Yeah, so now I got to make a plate for the other side, which is gonna go right here off of this one and this one. So let's do that. Okay, so I've gotten this guy bolted on, and that's pretty much as good as that's gonna be. Fortunately, that's all I'm gonna be doing for today. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Obviously we got the Jeep done. You heard the last clip. That's pretty much as loud as they got. I think those are resonators, not mufflers. And then we put a new blow-off valve in Paul's car. So yeah, I'm not sure if I have enough video here for a video, so if not, then we'll be in the next video, or the next clip, and hopefully I'll be working on this thing some more. I got to make some basically brackets like that, but for the transmission, so that'll probably be the next step. But yeah, that's all I feel like doing today. So see you in the next clip. So last video, or this video, got those motor mount brackets bolted to that. So there's going to be like 3 processes here. All right, so like my plan on how I plan to make these. So I'm putting plates onto there, so I have a mounting spot on there. I'm going to bolt some plates down onto this, and then I'm also going to bolt some plates onto this. And then basically it's just going to be connecting the dots, pretty much. We may not be able to do it in that particular order. That's usually how I do it, but we kind of need to know where we need to put plates on that one. Like, we need to kind of have a general idea where things are going to be getting sent to. But other than that, that's kind of the gist. So today I'm going to try and get the transmission one done. No idea my plan yet, just literally got out here. All I know is it's really dirty, so I'm going to take a wire brush and try and get this thing cleaned up, so that way if there's any holes that I don't see, I can see them. But yeah, that's my plan, so let's just get into it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to be tying this guy, and this one together. That's really all I can do. This one seems like it's broke. That wasn't for me. This is a used transmission. I've seen them where they go into like here, but I don't know. Oh, I suppose I see it recessed. I don't know. I don't really want to take any of those. I think it should be fine, because I'm trying to think of how it works, but like, because this is the back of the transmission, so I think when you floor it, the wheels are going that way. Hopefully it doesn't go this way, because that's going to go that way. I'm hoping the transmission lifts like this, because if it lifts like that, then this stuff will be super strong. I don't think it matters, but because that one's there and then this one is down here. I plan to use these two and then like maybe this one or this one down here, just to widen it. I'm also going to be doing 2 upper dog bones. I'm going to do dog bone off this side of the head and then same thing on the other side of the head. If you don't know what a dog bone is, where is my dog bone? I mean, I guess if you're looking at this, you kind of know what it is, but this is the dog bone mount. But, yeah. So, I was going to show you kind of like my mentality. Like, usually I use like a piece of paper to do this, but because we're talking about multiple different planes here, what I've been doing. So, you mark kind of the center or off center if you're me, and then center here. So far, I've cut this to short, and then I notched out for this little thing here because we don't want to trim that. That's structural. Yeah, so then I pretty much just transfer the dot there, and then see the dot there, and then I kind of line it up here. As you can tell, it doesn't line up, but I think it was just sitting different. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of what I do, and then I just shoot a hole through it and hope for the best. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So let's keep going. Okay, so the hole's a little too big. I didn't really check to see what size bolt the size was, so whatever, isn't a big deal once you torque it down. So now we got to get down here. So what I'm going to do is pretty much mark here, and we're going to cut it off, and then I'm going to basically use a piece of angler, and we're going to like come at it at a different angle, and then because I'll be able to weld this side, so it's all boxed in nice and strong. But yeah, so that's kind of my plan. Let's do that. Okay, so I got these 2 bolted on, so obviously right there. So I'm going to weld around this. I'm probably going to drag it over there and then tack it up. Then we'll be able to pull it off and I can weld it up. Then we get that on there. Then we just got to figure out how we're going to get this connected to the rest of this. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. All right, try and show you the welds before I go and clean it up. I think they're pretty fucking good. There's a little bit of splatter, but that's to be expected. But yeah, I think that's pretty damn good. I welded both sides. It seems to have melted down real good. So yeah, and I even managed to plug the hole there. Don't mind that little crap start, but yeah, so let's clean this thing up and we'll get it bolted back on and then start on the other part. Alright, here's the finished piece. So this goes on there like so, bolts in, and we've also got a nice little notch there for that thing. So yeah, that's what we got. So there it is, bolted on. So pretty much these 2 bolts in there. And then I'm hoping I'll be able to use like this surface area, or maybe I'll weld another plate onto here so we got a little bit more surface area. I'm not caring about this speed sensor, so that doesn't really matter. But I'm pretty sure like this axle pretty much lands like right here, so hopefully it'll go down. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, I can carry off of here. There's pretty much anywhere I can go off of, but the main thing is I want to get these things made up so that way it's easier for me to adapt. I guess you could just like put a piece of angle iron right here and down. That's probably what we'll do, assuming it lines up to where, you know, I'm talking. So but yeah, so now we gotta move on to this side, and it's gonna go where this mount is, and then somewhere's over here, because unless I guess I could literally just do this. The only downside is like the place to bolt them is over here, and then over here there's no access. I guess there's a little bit of access right here. So I don't know, I guess we'll kind of see what I come up with. Because I mean, I could weld things here too. I don't want to make anything permanent like on here, just because I feel like that could cause me some issues when I go to do pretty much like anything down the line. Like say if I just wanted to pull the transmission, that thing could end up in the way. So pretty much want to have them remain bolt in. But yeah, and I might put down like some 1/8 over this just to thicken it up. Then we're gonna obviously go through here, and then probably through here, and then one over here is kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. So I've got this 1/4 inch, 2 inch, whatever. I think it's 2 inches wide. I haven't really measured it. It might be 3 or something. But yeah, just drilled a hole right here, mounted that one. Then I found this hole, mounted that one. And now all we gotta do, so I did take the flap disc and I did flap disc the transmission. I really didn't want to do that, but I really didn't want to like dick around with this. It was, yeah, this was easier. So now all I gotta do is just make a piece that goes from here to there. Same thing here. Too easy. So let's try and do that. I'm gonna look through my the scraps that I got, see if anything will work out great, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's what we got. So this guy just goes right up on here, like so. Bolts in up there, and then we got 3 bolts on the bottom. So not too shabby, but yeah. So I'll get this bolted on and show you. Okay, so there it is. I got so we got a bolt in here. Hopefully you guys can see. Okay, so we got a bolt here, and we got a bolt here. And then we just added a little bit of bracketry on this side, and we got a bolt here and a bolt there. So we got 4 bolts on this side on. This side we got 3. We got 2 here and there. And I was talking with buddy James, and he was saying that it actually works the opposite way. I was hoping it would work, but it will still work. I mean, it's strong. I mean, I've seen motor mounts where they're like that, so it's what it is. I mean, this trans mount was already in existence back here, so, but yeah, because I guess when you floor it, this is actually going to go down and that's going to go up. So because I didn't really want that, because then it's kind of like putting force this way. This way, yeah. But yeah, so as of right now, this is where we're at. This is like going to be like the part 1 or 2 or something. I don't know if the motor mount and this is in the same video. I don't want the video to be too long, but yeah, so far so good. Hopefully I got a buddy that's gonna hook me up with this, so then I don't actually have to make this bracket. At least we'll see. I don't really know what it's like, so we'll see. It wouldn't be that difficult to make it. It's just it would save me a lot of time and hassle of learning things on how it works. Yeah. So things we have coming. I have used Spec 3 Plus clutch coming. A brand new hydraulic throwout bearing is coming. ZZP power log. The hydraulic throwout bearing spacer that goes behind here from ZZP. Trying to think what else. I got something else from ZZP. Oh, M90 block off plate, because I'm gonna just run the supercharger and then just block this off. So it's not really a supercharger anymore, but it's basically going to block this off, turn it into a naturally aspirated intake. That's what I plan to do. I need to find a Series 3 feel rail. I need to find a flywheel. Hopefully I can find one used. Otherwise I got to buy one, $250. I really ain't got that, but we'll figure it out. I need to get a new harmonic balancer, because we tried pulling this one off and I fucked it up. I was hoping to get a naturally aspirated one. Hopefully it was going to be smaller, but they're the same size, so it doesn't even matter. I need to get a alternator belt still. Yeah, but I think the next step I want to do is I want to get the motor off the engine stand and get it bolted to this trans, and then get them put in there, put the axles into the transmission. Kind of like, I'll probably put the use my words today. Probably put the cradle like on something more stiff, like maybe I got some cinder blocks over there. Put that on cinder blocks, so that way we can like permanentify the how things sit on there, because obviously we want the transmission to be perfect. Like, it needs to be pretty precise, but not too precise. But we want to make sure we make it as good as possible. But yeah, because once I get it in there, get the motor and all that stuff kind of just like resting on something, then I'm going to go ahead and start making the motor mounts and then the transmission mounts, get those connected to the actual cradle. They will be bolted on. I already talked about that, but yeah, enough rambling on, guys. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.